simply because you have not done anything wrong. There is no misuse of funds. If there are audit findings, we shall gladly respond to them before the Commission on Audit. And if there are legitimate cases to be filed, then we shall gladly respond to them before the appropriate courts. In relation to this, may I just say that I take notice of the opening speeches and nasabi doon, there is a determination of misfeasance, nonfeasance, and malfeasance. And those are cases that should properly be taken in the courts of law. What we are witnessing now is no ordinary legislative inquiry. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack. This much is evident from the very words of the privileged speech that prompted this inquiry. A speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sara on 2028. It is clear to me that this inquiry is not about misused funds, accountability, or governance. Instead, it is solely aimed at discrediting my name and my office to prevent future political contests. I have publicly stated my reasons as to why I've chosen not to defend the OVP's budget proposal for 2025. I have narrated the issues I encountered in previous years, which can easily be confirmed by looking at the NEP, the GAB, and the GAA for fiscal years 2023 and 2024. Further, I have even shared the drama that transpired last year regarding the confidential funds. Hence, just as we have done last year, we again leave the 2025 OVP budget to the pleasure of Congressman Martin Romualdez. I am not asking for any special treatment, nor am I asking you to uphold any tradition. There is no disrespect. All I am saying is that you have the complete freedom to do whatever you wish with the OVP budget. If you feel that all the documentary submissions are not enough, then by all means, huwag kayo magbigay ng budget. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget ang punteriya ninyo. Dahil napakadali naman magtanggal ng budget. What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment. Hindi naman ako kakandidato sa nalalapit na eleksyon. Hindi ako namumulitika. Ang ginagawa ko lamang ay ang pagtupad sa aking oath of office at campaign platforms na trabaho, edukasyon, at mapayapang pamumuhay. Sinabi ko na noon at ilang beses ko nang inulit na hindi ako ang problema ng bayan na ito. Ang totoong problema ng bayan ay kagutuman, kahirapan, illegal na droga, kriminalidad, terorismo, hindi na sapat na healthcare, kalidad ng edukasyon, kawalan ng plano ng infrastruktura para sa disasters, at marami pang iba. So, you may try to destroy me, you can skin me alive, and throw my ashes to the wind. But let it be known, you will find me unbowed. I will continue to serve the Filipino people no matter the personal cost or political intrigue. Having said that, I will not allow myself to be subjected to an inquiry based on an empty, privilege speech, just so you can attack me and do indirectly what you failed to do directly during the budget hearings. I therefore request this committee to terminate this inquiry for its clear lack of any proposed legislation or substantive matter for discussion. Shukran.
Ma'am, si President Marcos, nagkausap na ba ulit kayo amid sa mga nangyayari na ito?
Wala. Hindi naman kasi kami talaga nagkausap niyan. Hindi kami magkaibigan. Unang-una, nakakilala lang kami dahil naging running mate kami. So, bago pa man kami naging running mates, hindi na kami nag-uusap. Nagkausap lang kami during campaign at dahil sa trabaho noon. But ngayon, hindi na kami nagkakausap. Ang kaibigan ko talaga si Senator Amy Marcos. Kilala niya ako since 2012.
Pero ma'am, kailan po yung nagbulas na pag-usap?
Nung nag-tender ako ng resignation, yun yung last na nagkausap kami ni President
Ma'am, do you
Marcos.
think kung si President Marcos magsalita para sa inyo and on behalf of you, baka maayos kaya ito nangyayari dito sa Kongreso?
Alam nyo, kasi madami hindi nakakilala sa akin, pero mag-share ako konti ng ugali ko. Hindi ako humihingi ng tulong. Alam yan ng tatay ko, naging mayor siya, naging president siya. Hindi ako humihingi ng tulong talaga.
Sabi niyo ma'am, prelude na to sa...
Oh, yeah. Very obvious. Very obvious yung kanilang ginagawa na nagpa-practice sila kung anong gagawin nila para sa impeachment.
Sa mga binanggit sa privilege speech, yung gagawin nilang basihan for the, sabi ninyo ay impeachment possible. Ano po yung magiging tugon po ninyo doon sa mga nabanggit?
Antayin natin yung articles of impeachment. Doon tayo magbabase kung ano yung isasagot natin dahil hindi naman natin alam kung ano talaga yung final na isusulat nila. Nagte-testing sila ngayon kung ano yung gagawin nila.
But how do you say, ma'am, na
Sorry.
testing po ito for impeachment?
Oo.
Paano niya po nasabi ito?
Kasi nagsabi na siya kanina, diba? Determination of malfeasance, non-feasance, misfeasance. So, ibig sabihin, merong ginawang mali.
He requested the committee to terminate na po itong hearing. Why?
Oo, kasi yun yung posisyon ko. Nagpa-practice sila kung ano yung kakagat sa impeachment. Kahit anong gawin nila, wala talaga kaming ginawang mali sa Office of the Vice President. Yan ang rason kung bakit ayaw pumunta nung mga tiga-Office of the Vice President. At sinabi nilang ako na lang yung ipapadala nila.
Ano ma'am, never again na po kayo to meet with the Marcos? Sorry, ano sasabihin pa si ma'am, sorry?
Oo, ayos.
Pero ma'am, kumbaga never again na to team with the Marcos?
Oh, never again.
Why ma'am?
Sit down tayo.
Ma'am, last question na lang. Yung kind of turned emotional when we asked you kamusta ka na kanina and you not asking for help to anyone and even kay CGMA
Kung
kinoon.
makikita nyo, di ba? Well, kahit asawa ko, wala siya dito. Hindi ako tao na humihingi ng tulong. Sinabihan ko lang yung asawa ko kanina, sabi ko, maghanda ka lang. Kasi sabi niya, magluto ako. Sabi ko, okay, sige, magluto ka lang for dinner.
Sabi.
Ma'am,